Yo, 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 what's going on? What's going on? Welcome to another episode of Empire Jeff TV. Video number 2 for today, man. Thank y'all for tuning in late night tonight on a Tuesday night leading up to the game between the Los Angeles Lakers and the Los Angeles Clippers tomorrow night. But in a night where the Lakers did not play, they slipped in the standings and they are now in the 10th and final seed of the Western Conference. Probably the worst spot they'd want to be in come the end of the season, and they have 23 games left to try to right the ship here. But yeah, man, it's gonna be tough here. But 10 and a half games back of first, obviously that's out of reach. But obviously everyone's looking at that 6th seed where Phoenix is at now, and the Lakers are 3.5 games back of that, and 4 games back of the 5th seed where New Orleans sits. And the top 4 is pretty much solidified. It's just them sorting out their order. But 5 through 10 is going to be very, very interesting. And Dallas lost tonight on a buzzer beater by Max Strus in Cleveland. So shout out to Cleveland for helping the Lakers cause a little bit tonight and taking care of the Mavericks, who have lost a couple games in a row here after kind of being on a pretty strong little winning streak there over their last 10. But the Lakers now, Lakers are got some stuff to figure out here, man, because as we sit back and look. And for those people who really, really look at the strength of schedule here, the Lakers have the fourth toughest schedule left in the Western Conference. Luckily for them, Phoenix has the worst schedule left in the Western Conference. Sacramento is 2 back of them. But Dallas is 23rd overall, Lakers 6th overall, and Golden State is 24th overall. So in order to catch Dallas and Golden State are going to have to lose to some bad teams, and Sacramento is going to have to struggle there, as well as the Pelicans. So it's going to be a tough one to kind of go through the motions here and just try to get to that 5th or 6th seed. It's I mean, it might not even be in the cards, but I'm not one of those guys who dig into the strength of schedule as much as others do. But I'm speaking on it because I know a lot of people are bringing it up. Those strengths of schedules are against teams, and we don't know who's going to be playing in those games for our team or theirs. Back-to-backs and things like that. It's taking records and stuff like that. But there are some things that can lead to maybe the Lakers getting some breaks during that stretch, but we have to wait and see and play that out. But what the Warriors winning tonight in Washington, the Lakers slipped to the 10th seed. And like I said, that is definitely not where they want to be. And you want to start playing your best basketball soon, because this March schedule is going to be brutal. We've got some good home stretches coming up here where they've got to stack some wins on top of each other, or it's going to get ugly very, very quick, man. But shout out to you guys for pulling up for the second video of the day. I did a Dodger video earlier. If you rock with the Dodgers and you didn't get a chance to check that out, go ahead and check out that video later on, breaking down Shohei Ohtani's debut with the Los Angeles Dodgers. But tonight we're going to talk some Laker basketball. With 23 games left, this team is frustrating the heck out of everyone. Everyone is blaming everything under the sun, whether it be Darvin Ham, whether it be the role players, whether it be AD, whether it be LeBron, whether it be Jeannie Buss, whether it be Rob Pelinka. Kind of depending on whose agenda it is, kind of depends on who they blame. But at the end of the day, my stance has always been, and it always will be, the blame is collective when it comes to this team. It starts at the top, the middle has their issues, and even as low as the role players got their issues too. We are all, they are all accountable for the way this season has portrayed. And the only ones at this point who really have any way of fixing it are those on the court and those sitting on the bench coaching this team. And so Jeannie Buss and Rob Pelinka, there's nothing they can do moving forward this season. This is going to be all on Darvin Ham, his coaching staff, LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and the role players on this team. Now, when it comes down to that, like I said, you've got little pockets of fans who don't trust Darvin, pockets who don't trust Braun, pockets who don't believe in AD, pockets who don't trust the role players. And this is where everyone kind of has to kind of come together here, including everyone on that roster and that coaching staff, and put all that aside and focus on the better good here, which is these final 23 games of everyone being on the same page, philosophy aside, beliefs aside, agendas aside, cliques aside, everything aside, and focus on these final 23 games and just let the chips fall where they may. Because if this team does not get on the same page very quickly, we are one injury away from missing the playoffs. And the reason I say that is because being the 10th seed in January or even the beginning of February is something you can look at and be like, okay, we got plenty of time left. 23 games and go by in a blink of an eye. And like I said, you are one Anthony Davis or LeBron James ankle, finger, hand, shoulder, whatever injury away from potentially this season slipping completely away from you. And that's why those games that you blow early in the season come back to haunt you at the end of the season. Just like a bad possession in the first quarter comes back to haunt you just as much as a bad possession in the fourth quarter, because it all affects that scoreboard one way or another, which equals to the final score. So a lot to talk about as far as what the Lakers need to do, a lot to talk about as far as what the Lakers have not been doing, and a lot to talk about what this coaching staff should be doing moving forward. So let's start with the coaching staff, because there is a lot of blame to be put on them, while it's not all of their blame and why they do not shoulder the entire blame of this season. The inability to reach this team for one reason or another does fall on them, all of them. Because at the end of the day, they're all in film sessions. They're all at shoot-arounds. They're all in their team meetings. They're all on the team planes. They're all on the team buses. They're all in the team hotels. These team is always together. So at the end of the day, if there's a strategy or philosophy that the coaches are trying to put in that the players aren't following, then it's on the coaches to make adjustments and get guys out of the lineup to set an example for those who aren't. Now, I'm not saying that's happening. I'm just saying, so it starts with them. So now is where they really need to buckle down here and really, if players aren't doing what they're supposed to do or players aren't playing the way they're supposed to play, it's tough with a broken roster when you got guys out injured. But the rotations you're doing here, when you got Spencer Dinwiddie, who you brought in to be your backup point guard, and you're kind of resorted to putting him in the corner as a spot-up shooter, that has to be addressed right away. Okay, that has to be addressed right away. The Lakers have been shooting much, much better from three, and they should continue to shoot three as long as they're making them. And they're actually defending the three a little bit better too. But they need to come up with some type of scheme for this offensive rebounding, a second chance points on the other team, and as well as some type of point of attack strategy where it's a team defense that helps Austin, that helps D'Angelo Russell out there. And again, I understand without Cam Reddish, without Jared Vanderbilt, without Gabe Vincent, I understand that the Lakers just really don't have the pieces to go out there and do everything that they want to do. They can't fix everything we want fixed. They can't solve the offensive rebounding issue, the point of attack defense, the three-point shooting for the other team, their offensive woes. They can't solve all of it. We know this. And I don't think they need to solve all of it. I think they just need to chip away and improve at multiple things. Serge, I see you working, my guy. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, brother. They need to chip away at multiple issues that they're working on, that they're working towards. Now, they've improved their shooting. They have improved their defense, and they have improved their offense. It's just what comes down to it are those second chance points. And the thing with the second chance points is what I've harped on all season. There's times where you give up second chance points on putbacks, on dunks, on rebounds, and ones. Those are bad enough. But the Lakers' second chance points always lead to second chance threes. It just feels like I've been saying that all season. And second chance buckets, second chance twos, those are tough enough. Second chance threes, that is a definition of a loud bucket. Definition of a loud bucket, even though it's 3 points to set it too. But that is a definition of a loud bucket, a loud score. Because when you do the work and you get them to get that stop and you get them to miss, but you don't corral the rebound, or you have it in your hands and it's just not a clean rebound and it flies out and it goes out to a wide open shooter and then they make it, especially on the road, it's just so deflating. And when the Lakers can't find a way to corral that rebound, then you've got to figure out some type of strategy where it's just gang rebounding. Everybody crashes that board. Now, there's some times where the ball just bounces to the person, luckily, just happens to bounce to the guy who's right open with no one near him. That happens. But as far as there are things you can do, look, when I coached, my teams were constantly undersized, constantly. But we had speed and we can rotate like crazy. The problems with the Lakers is they're undersized and they get lost on their rotations and they find themselves in scramble mode, and the opposition is out there just looking for the open threes in the corner, and the Lakers just can't seem to get stops when it comes down to that, man. So a lot of work to do, and that's from the coaching perspective. Now, when it comes to the players, if you're the three guards, which is there's going to be a heavy dose of that three guard rotation. It just is what it is. It's going to happen. And to be honest, to be honest, it's not the worst thing in the world. There's a lot of times where that 3 guard rotation works for us. The problem is you can't have a 3 guard rotation in there when they've got, you can't, he had a 4 guard rotation in the other time. You can't have a 3 guard rotation in there when they got multiple bigs in there, when you don't have the bigs to counter it. So you're trying to catch them off guard with your speed on the perimeter, but then they just kill you on the glass when you're already weak on the glass. So that gets tough. But plenty of the metrics show, and a lot of our biggest runs of the seasons have happened with a 3 guard lineup. The problem is we just don't have a way to get those rebounds without, like I said, the gang rebounding. So if you're going to go with the 3 guard lineup, but the 3 guard lineup is Spence, D'Lo, and Reeves, none of those 3 are really known as strong defenders, obviously, right? So that's what makes it difficult, because if you're going to gang rebound with those guys, potentially, let's say you just send them all to go try to get that rebound. The problem is none of those guys scramble particularly well. They're not great at moving their feet. Now, D'Lo and Spence have more length and can make up for it with their length and their reach. They can deflect. Austin, while he competes, doesn't have the physical attributes to really play the defense that D'Lo could if he competed as hard as Austin really does. So that kind of throws you off there, right? Which puts a lot of stress on Anthony Davis. And even if you put Jackson Hayes in there, he's just too light in his wallet. He's just not big enough, girthy enough, thick enough. He's not a big enough big. He's not a dirty work big that can get in there and do that work to help Anthony Davis out there. So Anthony Davis just needs to plant the seed in his own head to be like, I need to be the most dominant big on the court for however many minutes I'm out there in this game, whether it's 48 minutes or more than that in an overtime game. Anthony Davis needs to have a conversation with himself and basically say, it's my time, these final 23 games and however many playoff games that we have, that I need to be the beast on the baseline and the beast in the paint and just go after it at this point. Because the lack of bodies, like, that excuse is going to forever be there. The lack of bodies in just, even when we have a full roster of a lack of bodies in height, are forever going to be there. But when you're paying LeBron James what you're paying him, what you're paying Anthony Davis what you're paying him, and then trying to fill in around him in a guard and wing league, it doesn't leave a lot of room for a big that can do much, because those bigs require money. Now you have Jackson Hayes, you have Christian Wood, who has had a terrible season and is out hurt right now. And ideally, Jared Vanderbilt can rebound for his at his position. So he's someone that could have helped, but he's more perimeter based defensively. But that helps AD, because the less people that can get into the paint and you have to count on AD to protect, then that helps the basketball team. So someone like Vanderbilt out there with not being out there, Gabe Vincent, and even Cam Reddish, who I haven't been really high on, but when we're playing teams with wings, someone like Cam in spot minutes to help be an additional wing defender is needed. So these are the things, right? So LeBron James is shooting well from 3 this year. D'Angelo Russell is shooting well from 3 this year. Anthony Davis has been living in the paint, has been dominating down low. The Lakers' points in the paint have been great. The Lakers' pace, the Lakers have been turning their turnovers down. Their assists have been solid. Their steals, their blocks, they've been doing a lot of things well. And it's like, I feel like they can have these games where they do so many things well, but when it gets to a point where they cannot stop the second chance points, that's where things just go down, because then these teams go on these runs and they get up on you and you just can't come back, because by the time you get close to them, they hit their second win and they get more separation. So the Lakers are out there playing catch up again. And that's what happened in the first quarter of that Phoenix game, where they had a starting lineup that had won 6 games in a row. It's their second best lineup of the season overall, with some pretty good stretches and pretty good numbers. That's the lineup you wanted out there. And Anthony Davis just came out and had a really horrible start to that game. LeBron James looked pretty engaged. He looked locked in. He looked ready to go. He was joking. He was laughing. He was hopping. He was skipping. He looked ready to get out there and get a win in Phoenix. His teammates did not really come to play in that first quarter. They woke up in the second and third, but in the fourth quarter, it looked a lot more like the first quarter, and the game got away again. And the Lakers have reverted back to not having 4 quarters of play. When the season started, they were the worst first quarter team in the league and the best fourth quarter team in the league, because they were always playing comeback, and that fourth quarter was always having to bring their best effort no matter what, because they had to constantly try to come back. Well, if they're going to end the season the way they started the season, as far as that type of play and that type of philosophy, then the Lakers have no chance at making the playoffs if they're going to be playing from behind every single game down the stretch in these final 23 games. So, like I said, a lot to work on, a lot of things that need to be improved from the player perspective. But Darvin Ham, his coaching staff, LeBron James, and Anthony Davis need to get the rest of these guys locked in. Now, I'm perfectly fine with anyone blaming Darvin for his share. I'm perfectly fine with saying role players need to step up. I'm perfectly fine with saying that Braun needs to turn it up a little bit more down the stretch. Hey, he's 39 years old. I understand that, but this man is getting paid a bag and a half, and he's talking about he wants some more money. All right. It's time to turn up the gas and stop picking spots. All right. You want to be the man and be the king and be the best man on this team. You're gonna have to bring it night in and night out at this point. And not that he's not, because he's averaging 27, like 7 of, like, he's having a great season. Great season. What I'm saying is we're going to need more because these games are that much more important. Anthony Davis as well. Anthony Davis cannot have first quarters like he did yesterday in Phoenix. Anthony Davis can't have a game where he plays good 3 out of 4 quarters. We need 4 great quarters from Anthony Davis. We need 4 great quarters from LeBron James. And we need quarters of great quarters from role players divided up. But LeBron James and Anthony Davis, not just LeBron James and not just Anthony Davis, LeBron James and Anthony Davis need to play like our stars. They need to play like our stars. Point blank, period. And if they don't, we're going to struggle to move out of the 10th or 9th spot. If they do, then who knows what can happen? Because like I said, Dallas has lost 2 in a row. Golden State can be vulnerable. The Pelicans, I don't trust. Sacramento is up and down. So the Lakers, let me see here. How many times do we, trying to see here. Okay, who we got? Okay, so we have, okay, that's saying tough for points. Okay, gotcha. Sorry, I was like, it's not showing the whole. But what I'm saying is the Lakers can win these games. And here's my thing about the Lakers, and I'll get to your guys' chats in a second here. Here's the thing about the Lakers. All right, the Lakers are fully capable of beating anyone, absolutely anyone. I don't care who it is in the league. They went in there without LeBron James. They went in there without Anthony Davis, and they went in there without Vandal in the second half. And they went in and they beat the Boston Celtics on the road without their stars and without Vando, who was having probably the best first half of the season by far, right? We need these guys to step up and play more games like that to assist LeBron James and Anthony Davis. The thing is, like I said, the Lakers can beat anyone. They really can. Now, in a 7-game series, it gets a little bit tougher, a little bit more murkier, and we'll discuss that. But I'm talking about to finish this season, the Lakers have proven to be able to hang with top teams. A lot of the games they've given away were to lesser teams, lesser opponents, lesser talent. But the Lakers have shown ability to definitely at least hang with these top teams, even without their players. This team, like I said, is like a retail store that has teams on multiple shifts and never show up and work the same shift at the same time. That's just what this season has been about. We got to navigate through that. But at the end of the day, they're going to have to dig deep and find a way to get out there and get this done, because I believe the Lakers can win. If the Lakers come out there, if we see the Lakers that we saw show up for those in-season tournament games, and I'm dead serious about this. Now, I'm not saying it's going to happen, and I'm not even going to say I trust that it's going to happen, but I'm saying it can happen. If the Lakers show up and play to the level that they did in those in-season tournament games, then I have no doubt that they could go at least 15-8 in these final 23 games, starting tomorrow night against the Clippers. I truly believe that they can. Will they? That remains to be seen. But they can. They have it in them because they've done it all year. They've beaten Phoenix. They've beaten the Clippers. They've beaten Boston. They're capable of doing it. But then there's capable, and then there's will they. And that is where we are stuck. That's where the fork in the road is, and that's where the Lakers have to really try to figure things out. But that's what we're going to need. Darvin Ham and his coaching staff need to get it together. They need to come up with something, and they need to stick with it, and they need to realize what isn't working and abandon it. And I'm not talking about something that didn't work that they tried 2 days ago. Something that has not been working all season, things that have not been working since he got in here. They need to go after the things that work for them, and they need to milk it. They need more two-man game from Anthony Davis and LeBron James, and they need these other guys to play off of that. And let Spencer Dinwiddie play the backup point guard role. Because if they don't let him do that, then you got him for nothing. Because that's exactly what we needed him for. That's exactly what we needed him for. So real quick before I get to these chats, throw it in the chat. What do you guys have them going? Whether you're optimistic, you're pessimistic, you're in the middle. Let me know of these final 23 games. What do you think realistically could be the Lakers' record in these last 23 games? I think the Lakers record could be at least 15-8. I think they definitely could. I definitely think they could. But I could also see them going in a pretty ugly route too if they don't get it together. And also, like I said, when you are in the 10th seed with 23 games left in the season, you are one injury away from missing the whole dance. And that's why now more than ever, with these home games being so important, that the Lakers get out there and handle their business, man. Handle their business, man. Okay, let me get to some of these chats. Thank you guys for pulling up, man. Thank you guys for tuning in while I went on that little longer monologue than usual. I usually get to the chat quicker than that, but shout out to you guys for pulling up, man. One Peruvian guy, thank you for pulling up. I appreciate you, man. Rob, what's going on, my guy? What's up, everybody? He says, thanks for pulling up. Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. What's going on with you? Thanks for pulling up. Search, I see you, my brother. Appreciate you as always. Phoenix Layer 1, what's going on, man? Watch out, Jeff on the grind. Yeah, man, 2 videos tonight. Got more tomorrow. Catch me on playback for the Lakers versus Clipper game. Playback.tv/Empire Jeff TV. I will be over there tomorrow night calling the Lakers game, so pull up over there. If you have not done so, head on over to playback.tv/Empire Jeff TV. Become a member of the room, and the first 20 people to show up tomorrow get to watch the game for free with me and watch the game as I watch it and react to it. So pull up over there. Also, if you are a Fanatic shopper, check out that link that I got pinned to the top, and I'm sure Search is putting it throughout the chat. Your order experience will not change. It's just every order that you placed, Fanatics contributes a portion of the proceeds to the channel, which goes a long way to help the channel. So go and hit that link. Your MLB, NBA, NFL, MLS, NHL, any type of jersey, clothing, merch, any type of sports merch that you get from Fanatics, if you use our link, it will help benefit the channel, and we'd be greatly appreciated. I saw a bunch of orders come in last night. They've been picking up over the last couple of days. So shout out to everyone who's been placing orders over there. Greatly appreciate you guys from the bottom of my heart. Thank you, man. Sammy the man, what's going on? Thanks for pulling up. What's good with you, bro? Thanks for pulling up, man. Who we got here? Who else here? We got Warren Lewis says, let's go Lakers. What's up, Warren? Thanks for pulling up, man. Double Pancakes, what's going on? I haven't seen you for a little while. Thanks for pulling back up. Appreciate you. Lakers Dodgers for life. 17 times world championship, 7 times World Series. That's what's up, man. When we signed both LeBron and AD, I honestly thought it was Shaq and Kobe part 2. It hasn't. Yeah, you know what? I mean, on hype, on talent, on skill, it's just they didn't have just the injuries and the bad luck just really bet us with them, man. It's just been some unfortunate series of events. It is what it is. All we can focus on what's in front of us. We got the one chip. I believe in 2021, we were in prime position to repeat. But AD went down. Caruso got hurt. Schroeder got hurt. There was a bunch of things that just hit us, that bubble tax. And that's what happened in 2021. And we've been chasing it ever since. But yeah, definitely underwhelming and disappointing for sure. Sammy says, club going up on a Tuesday. That's what's up, man. James Caldwell, what's up, brother? Thanks for pulling up, man. Appreciate you. Sammy says, tough stretch. Really think Lakers need a center, but think they're going with what they have. Yeah, they're going with what they have. That's for sure, man. Nathaniel, what's going on, man? Man, I hope we can win 2 playing games and make the playoffs. We might have to at this point, right? Nathaniel says, thanks. Gotcha. He's shouting out Search. Nicholas Clarks, what's up, my guy? Been saying this for a while. We are going to be the 10th seed. Golden State Warriors has an easier schedule. I'm playing with passion and urgency. I agree with you with that. They're definitely playing with passion, with urgency. They're playing like a team that's been there before. They're playing like a team who had won a championship, went to the lottery, put it back together, and got another one. So while it's been easy for us to say that we kind of killed the dynasty, that we ended it for them, at the same time, this team is playing with passion, with heart, with urgency. You've got Hall of Fame players accepting bench roles. You've got all kinds of things going on over there. CP3 just came back. We'll see how that works out with them. I don't know if I trust them to stay healthy the rest of the way, mentally and physically, but you're right from the standpoint of the way they are playing. And if they can stay on the floor and they can hold it together mentally, then yeah, they have potential to be scary for someone for sure. Patrick, what's up, man? He says, hey, Jeff, so depressing as a Laker fan. How are you holding? I mean, I've been through it all. I've seen it all, been through it all, lived it all. I've been a Laker fan my entire life. You know what I mean? I'm built for this. This ain't nothing. I've been through the good, the bad, the ugly, the glory, the sadness, the tears in both directions, happy and sad. You know what I mean? I have seen it all, and that's why I don't rattle. I've seen it all, man. And from covering, and that's kind of what I do. My approach is, well, I don't just cover the game on the court. I cover the business of basketball. I cover slaying false narratives. I cover reporting. I cover everything. So there's so much thing to do, even when they're playing poorly. because I cover multiple angles. That's what I think what makes my channel a little different, is because my ability to kind of speak multiple languages of basketball, right? And that's kind of the way I break it down. So I just focus on whatever is the good at the moment. So if it's the Lakers playing bad, then I focus on my ability to break that down to everyone and kind of just buy some time until they put it back together, right? And just discuss and break down the game. I'm not a flip out guy. I'm not an overreact guy. I do get upset. I do get frustrated. I do get annoyed. But I choose to just break it down and discuss it. That's kind of my approach, right? So I'm disappointed in them for the way the first amount of games that they've played already. Definitely frustrated and disappointed. But my focus is always on what's next. Always on what's next. I can go down. I can go back. I can break down all these older games, and there's plenty to break down. But all we have right now is we are who we are right now, and we are the 10th seed with 23 games left. All that other stuff, it's out the window. It's done. It's out the window. It's about focusing on these 23. That's what I'm locked in on. That's it. And that's how I do it, man. So appreciate you for pulling up. Says, I feel pessimistic this season. I feel we're going to get a bounce in the play-in. I'm afraid. Man, I hope not. Definitely hope not. But we're going to have to wait to see on that, man. But I definitely don't love the 10th seed. Don't love the 9th. I don't like the 8th. I wouldn't hate the 7th, right? Because that's just one game and you're in. And depending on who gets second, that may favor you. But the 10th, oh my God, man. that's really playing with fire. Playing 2 must-win games on the road in both of them just to qualify to play the number 1 seed. Yeah, that's brutal. That's brutal. So definitely would have to avoid 10. Would love to avoid 9. 8 wouldn't be the end of the world. And 7, I don't even think I'd be upset. I just don't want 8, 9, or 10. Jeff, what's your take on the Lakers signing LeBron to a contract extension? Is that the right move? Well, yes and no. I am in no way, shape, or form giving LeBron James a 3-year deal at $50 to $60 million a year. That is a hard pass for me. But it's not my money and it's not my decision. I am not opposed to LeBron James staying for 3 more years if it's not at that massive number, because then we're just throwing winning out the window. There's no way we can win with a 42-year-old making $50 to $60 million a year. It's just not going to happen. I love Bron. I do want him to stay a Laker. I'm appreciative of his time here. I am growing a little annoyed with some of the antics and the shenanigans and the charades and the extraness. Growing a little tired of it, but his greatness can overshadow that. I've often said that. So I look at it like this. And this is what I'm saying about paying attention to reports and kind of gathering away from it. So the report was looking for a 3-year deal in the triple-digit range. That could be anywhere from, triple digits is anywhere from 100 million to 999 million, right? You know you can't get to 999, but 100 when 52 of it is already on the books for next year. Maybe there's something. Maybe there's the 52 next year, and he extends for 2 years at 48 million for 24 million a year. Maybe he does take a pay cut. Still pretty good money for a man of his age. It allows the Lakers at some point to go out there and make moves to bring other people in. Or maybe he opts out and he signs a 3-year, $100 million deal. A little over $33 million a year. And again, that could help the Lakers out. And the reason I say that before anyone says, well, they're above the cap, they're above the cap already, they're above that, it doesn't do nothing, it just saves them tax, they're being cheap. They're just being cheap. No. All right. So cap smoothing is coming. New TV deal is coming. The Lakers have always been focused on 26 and 27. So that LeBron deal wouldn't hurt that, especially with the new rise in the cap. But LeBron at $50, $60 million a year? No. No. But if we get LeBron next year, 2 more years at 100 total, I wouldn't be mad at that. Because I know what that could lead to money-wise down the road. So a lot of people aren't talking about that layer because they just don't know it. But 3 years, 150, 3 years, 180, like no way in hell. Not doing that. But there's a way. And I'm gonna start breaking this stuff down soon. But there's a way that could happen. But no one at that age should be making that much money to handcuff a team like that. Like no one. Not just LeBron James. Like no one. No, Kobe Bryant at 42 years old, if he chose to stay that long, should not have gotten that. Magic Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, none of those guys. It's not just a LeBron thing. It's just it doesn't make sense for that to happen, man. Black Mamba, what's good, my guy? Thanks for pulling up. I appreciate you. James Caldwell says, "What's up, Search? Shout out, Search. Let's see. Minding my business when everyone says what's up to Search. Here, Charlie, what's going on? Thanks for pulling up. Appreciate you, man. Adam, what's going on, man? At least we have something to play for tomorrow, the ninth seed. Here we go. Nicholas says, why do you keep getting brittle players like every year? Yeah, that's true too. Because what happens is, that's what I was talking about, Nicholas, is when we're sitting back and you've got LeBron James, Anthony Davis at the money that they're making on extensions on big dollars. And then you got to fill in those guards around you with D'Lo and Reeves, and you re-sign Rui. And it doesn't leave you a ton of money to go out there and get all these guys. Like, it's really tough to fill out a roster when you got your roster so top heavy like that. One Peruvian guy says, how can we trust Ham's 3-guard lineup? The 3-guard lineup, I'm telling you, man, that is a overblown narrative. It's an overblown narrative. Now, it's not great at all times. That is an absolute fact, but there's been multiple times where that 3-guard lineup has led to success. Lakers just need to survive the storm and get healthy, not necessarily worried about seeding, just get the upper end of the play-in. Yeah, that's what I'm basically saying. I'm not convinced that I'm not convinced that Vando is coming back. I hope he's coming back, but I'm not convinced he's coming back. I did a video on that right when they announced it. A lot of people were celebrating it as good news. I wasn't. Excuse me. When an update is, we'll update you in 4 to 6 weeks. That's not very good. That's not a return date. That's just be reevaluated in 4 to 6 weeks. And there's really been no update other than there's no update. And, I spoke on this a month ago. And like I said, I would love for him to come back. I am hoping he comes back, but I'm not expecting him to come back. Now, Gabe, I think there's a chance he comes back. I just don't know what Gabe we're going to get and what he's going to be after missing an entire season. Dan Inspiration, what's going on, man? Lost hope in this team this year. I'm done with this team. A lot of people feel that way, man. Ham flashing Prince 30 mins or more is criminal. I agree. Nathaniel said, man, I'm looking at the schedule and I'm saying I won't be surprised if we don't make the play-in. And that's what I'm saying. They're one injury away from being in serious trouble of that for sure. We'd be lucky to be 4 or 5 in the next 9 games. I think the Lakers can beat anyone, though. They've proven that. Like I said, will they? I don't know. But can they? Yes. Dan Inspiration, how many games do you think we'll win? He's asking. Spencer Dinwiddie is such a good passer. He should be backup point guard, and Reeves just stick to shooting guard. He turns the ball over too much. Yeah. Austin, just in my observation, Austin seems I watched this a lot the last game, and I was watching plays where they were running a set and they were doing the switch, and Dinwiddie set a pick, ran to the corner, and was supposed to rotate over, and Reeves was supposed to roll out of there. Reeves looked it off and went and got the ball back. So Reeves is showing a little resistance in letting Spence kind of dribble the ball a little bit. I'm picking up on. And that needs to change because we got Spence for a reason. He needs to be the backup point guard. If he's out there and Spence is playing point guard, you got Austin to the right, you got D'Lo to the left in a 3-guard lineup. That's much more efficient than having D'Lo or Reeves up top with Spence in one of those corners. He's not a good catch and shoot 3 guy. So I would much rather having Austin or D'Lo be the catch and 3 with Spence on the floor. But D'Lo can go back to being the point guard when Spence is off the floor, or when it's just Spence and D'Lo out there. But when you got Spence, D'Lo, and Austin, and you're running the 3-guard lineup, I would like to see the ball in Dinwiddie's hands to free up the other guys for the shots. Do you think we have too many middling talent? Meaning when team members playing poorly, they secretly thinking they should play instead. Chemistry streams. I don't know. I just butchered the reading on that. Don't understand what you mean. But there's a lot of just different agendas on the court is basically what it means. Let me see. What's up, bro? In chat? Oh, boy. We got work to do. Yeah, we do. What's up, Don Terrio? What's going on, Don? Definitely work to do, man. What's going on, big baby? Thanks for pulling up, bro. Appreciate you, man. Hey, Lakers family. How many more games you think we'll win? I'm going to say 15. I'm going to be optimistic. I don't know if we will, but I'm going to hope for that. I think we'll end up being 41-41. So right at the middle of the pack, huh? If the Lakers don't make the playoffs or playing this season a failure, oh, absolutely. If they don't make the playoffs or they're playing, that's an absolute failure. It's a failure because the reason I didn't deem last year a failure was because they started 2-8 and they rallied and they went all the way to the Western Conference Finals, winning each round on the road. Now, you went to the Western Conference Finals. We had hoped to build on that. So I would definitely label the season as a failure if they do not make the playoffs or to play in. I don't believe that every season that you do not win a championship is a failure. If you're competing for a championship, I think that's not a failure. But if you're not competing for a championship and your team went to the Western Conference Finals, you overachieved a year ago, and you follow up an overachieving year with an underachieving year, then yes, to me, that would be a failure. Fun fact: we're 11-1 when Torian Prince plays less than 25 minutes. Yes, that's exactly. Torian is a solid player for this team, but his minutes do have to be limited for sure. I say start Spencer and bench Reeves. Use him more in PNR plays with AD or anyone. Yeah, it doesn't seem like they're willing to bench Reeves at all here. Hit the like button and subscribe. Appreciate it. Let's check the mathematics here. Where we at? Let's see. We got almost 60 people in the building, 27 likes. Do your boy a favor here, man. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. Turn on notifications to be notified when we go live on days such as tonight. We would greatly appreciate you guys trying to build out this channel, trying to grow the community. I took the last week or so off around the All-Star break, man. YouTube is kind of punishing me for that, man. So I got to get back on the grind with 2 videos a day, trying to get YouTube, Google, and the algorithm happy with me again. So I got to put that work in, man, because they don't like it when you take time off, man. They just don't do it, man. They punish you. They slap your hand. They say, get back to work. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Appreciate y'all for subscribing. Appreciate y'all for dropping a like on the video. Yeah, by far, Jeeves, Search is the greatest mod on YouTube. I'm blessed to have him. Micah, what's good, my guy? Thanks for pulling up. Appreciate you, brother. Big baby, let me see. Okay, so for me, yes, because we have LeBron James and Anthony Davis, and we're in the Western Conference Final. Yeah, basically what I just said. They go backwards. That's a definite failure, in my opinion. I don't know why the Lakers don't pick up Stanley Johnson for defensive purposes. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of redundancy there. They need more of a big right now, as far as for what they would need, more than probably another guy that does what he does. I hope he lands a job somewhere. I hope he gets a gig, but I don't really see like the offensive rebounding part. Like that's the second chance points. So that's what we really need right now. There really is no answer out there for that. I hope he gets on a team. I just don't know if he does this season. Let's see. So get the likes up. Facts, man. Appreciate you, man. He says, in the words of Michael Irvin, we need more. We do need more. Absolute more. What's up, Charlie? Appreciate you. They can beat anyone except the Nuggets. You know what? Hey, here's the thing, man. Here's the thing. They have hung with the Nuggets. There have been times that are right there. They just can't finish against the Nuggets. So yeah, they can beat everyone but the Nuggets. I hear what you're coming from. But like I said, I still think they could. But I'm talking about games. The whole series is something else. So I'm talking about the 2 games they got left with them. I can see them winning those 2 games. They've been in games against them. They just haven't been able to finish, just like in the playoffs, man. He says sneaky stream. When the Lakers play Denver, Jamal Murray turns into prime Kobe. Yeah, man, he kills us, bro. Let's see. There's times when Lakers are making a comeback and LeBron takes a fadeaway 3 and kills the momentum. I've seen him do that a couple of times when he's gassed or not, motivated to dive in. Yeah, and that's what I've spoken on before. Like in games 1 and 2 in Denver last season. I know he was gassed. I know he was worn out. I know he did everything he could to get us to those games. But at that point, if that's the type of shot you're going to take, just get rid of the ball, right? Because we need someone else taking that shot. He does so many great things that put us in position to win, and then you kind of throw it away with shots like that. So I get why he trusts the ball in his hands, but I would prefer those shots not to happen for sure. Richard, what's going on, man? So I think we should look for another 2-way big if we can waving Windler. I don't think they're waving anybody. This is the roster we're getting. Keep in mind that there's even if we were going to do anything, what's today? The 27th, so 28, 29. So that player would have to have been waived by March 1st for us to sign anyone. So it had to be a player that's pretty much available now and or waived by March 1st. If they are not waived by March 1st, and they become ineligible to play on a roster come playoff time, man. Don says, totally agree, bro. It's all about which version of Lakers will show up in these last 23 games. Yeah, that's what it is, because you never really know what day or what night what team is going to show up, man. Lakers need to show some heart and go get it. Facts. I agree. 14-9 at best. Yeah, I mean that I take that, but I think they could get to 15 wins, man. I think they could. I've seen enough to say Ham is not a good coach at this point. He's hurting the team. Yeah, I've never said that Ham is a good coach. Never have said that. I've never defended the fact that he is not a bad coach. He's just not to the level where everyone is blaming him to be, because the players need to be held accountable too. But Darvin, he is I don't think there's any coming back for him as far as people like trusting him again or buying in. Like even if he gets back to the Western Conference Finals or even gets to the finals, there are people so far down the hill of they will never come off it. They just won't. They just won't come off it. So I think that even if the Lakers did do well and they kept Darvin, it's just going to be repeating the same things over and over because he's already just worn out his welcome with some people. And I get it. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, we had the same problems with Vogel. You know, I mean, we had to see same exact issues. So it's not just Darvin Ham because we changed coaches and the issues are still here. Let's see. Ham is too stupid and stubborn to change. Keeps playing Prince 30 minutes, not playing Max, not letting Spencer play backup point guard, never calling timeouts when other teams are on a run. Okay. So the Prince thing, yeah, over 30 minutes, no excuse for that. I have no defense for that. Not playing Max, I don't have a full excuse for that either. He needs to play Max more. I've often said that I like Max in the starting lineup because our best lineup of the season is Max starting. Not letting Spence play a backup point guard, never calling timeouts when other teams are on a run. That's when I have a little slight pushback there because if the guys on the team don't give him the ball, there's not a lot Darvin can do at that point. Just without, he's gonna have to pull those other guys out the game. But I have seen resistance by some of those guys to not give Spence the ball, and I'm just being honest about that. Never calling timeouts when other teams are on a run. There's a lot of coaches that don't do that, man. It's that's just a philosophy. Some coach by feel, some coach by reaction, strategy. It's just where they go. He's one of those guys, and there's a lot of guys in the league who do that, who prefer to have 2 or 3 timeouts at the end of a game. He's just one of those that do that. There's a lot of coaches in the league that have that philosophy. And my take on that is if I'm coaching a team that's not going out and doing anything we're saying to do, then what's the point of burning a timeout when my philosophy is to have timeouts at the end of the game? I'm not going to continue to call timeouts to give the same message to these guys that they're not going out there and doing. So young teams, that kind of helps a little bit more. Timeouts for a veteran team or older team with LeBron James and Anthony Davis. You got guys out there who know how to control the floor and know how to play through runs. So I'm not totally on the bus of the timeout thing. I'm not ignoring it. I think there's something there, but I don't think it's as big of a deal as people make out because, like I said, I've seen times where he's done it, where he's done a quick timeout. They come out there and the run just continued. So if you're going to go away from your strategy on timeouts just to go out there and please people who are complaining about timeouts, but your team doesn't react out of timeouts, then I kind of understand that, man. Ham thinks the team is the 2021 Bucks. Yeah, that's a fair take there. Fair take. He said Ham is a scam. Greg, what's going on, my guy? Hope you're having a good day, man. Thanks for pulling up, bro. Appreciate you, man. Tina Musgrove, what's going on? Tamika, I'm sorry. Tamika Musgrove, thanks for pulling up. Appreciate you. Hello to you. Hope you're having a good name. Sorry for calling you Tina. Tamika, hope you're having a great night. Eric, what's going on, my guy? He says 13 and 10. Oh, he's giving him nothing here. 13 and 10. Okay. Let's see. I'm trying to be not butting on people's conversations back and forth. Looks like 44 wins this season, which is totally inexcusable, man. I had us at 55 wins this year, man. I had us at 55 wins. Man, it's disappointing. Disappointing to say out loud, man. Eric Bienemy, what's going on, my guy? Said, don't be sad, Patrick. It can be worse. Look how it is to be a Clipper fan. Ouch. Shots in the building here, man. Shots in the building, man. Jeff, what's your take on Lakers signing LeBron to an extension? Is that the right move? I kind of broke that down a little while ago. I probably read it after you posted it the first time, so sorry about that. But like I said, I think I'm okay with it on a 3-year deal if it's at the $100 million range. If it's above that, then I'm not going to love that too much. Angel Torres, what's going on, my guy? Just popped in to get distracted. Currently worried for my family in the Texas Panhandle, surrounded by the fires. So many small towns already burned through, and not to mention the nuclear facility. Oh, man. Sorry, Angel, man. Blessings to your family. Prayers to your family, man. Hope that goes. Being out here in California, man, I know a thing or two about these fires and wildfires and how they spread. Believe me, we live with that every single year out here. So blessings and prayers. Everybody give prayers up to Angel's family and hope that they remain safe. Keep me updated on that, bro. Really hope your family goes untouched with those fires, man. God bless y'all, man. Sorry you guys are dealing with that, bro. Not gonna be able to sleep, so appreciate you, Jeff. Yeah, no, I know. I've been there, man. I've been there, so I appreciate you, bro, for tuning in, and hopefully everything works out great, bro. Those are scary as hell, man, because you don't know what's gonna happen. You don't know which way the wind's blowing. You don't know which way the fire's going. It's tough, bro. And then you said a nuclear plant. Jesus, man. God bless y'all, man. That's crazy, bro. I'll use the Fanatic code when the new Clippers merch is available. Bloodhound says that's crazy. It is up to LeBron. What? It is up to LeBron. Is he playing or sitting out? What do you mean, tomorrow or just in general? Yeah, Jeff, ain't none of these toxic LeBron hater fans, unlike a lot of people out here. Hey, keep up, what's going on, man? Wait. Yeah, Jeff ain't none of these toxic LeBron hater fans. Yeah, so my thing is like with Braun is I don't hate Braun, bro. I like Braun. I really like Braun. But I like if I could call out Kobe, if I could call out Shaq, if I could call out those guys, I could give my thoughts on LeBron. I don't hate LeBron James. Like I said, I loved when LeBron became a Laker. I hope LeBron stays a Laker. I've got no beef with LeBron James. But at the end of the day, some of the stuff is a little extra to me. Some of the stuff I don't like, but I'm not to the point. I don't necessarily like the heat that he's brought on his son. I think that's unfair for him. But who am I? It's not my son. It's none of my business. But when our team has to deal with it constantly and it's constantly around, it gets a little bit annoying. I hope Bronny has a great finish to his college career. I hope he has a great NBA career. And I wish them the best, but this is sports. In sports, there's a lot of opinions, and I have one, So when it comes to Braun, I think he forces it a little bit too much at times. His need to control every narrative, to influence every story, which people in power do. It's not just a LeBron James thing. Politicians do it. People in high business do it. People in entertainment do it. This is not just LeBron James. It's just LeBron James is a Laker, and sometimes we have to deal with it, right? But outside of that, like I said, I love the LeBron as a Laker. I hope he remains a Laker. I hope LeBron James leads us to another championship. Outside of that, there are some things I don't like, and I'll talk about it from time to time. But I have no problem giving him his flowers. I have no problem celebrating his greatness. I have no problem giving him every inch and ounce of credit that he deserves. But at the same time, sometimes he needs to chill, man. Sometimes he just needs to chill. Prayers for you and your family, Angel. Absolutely. I'm so glad we didn't trade away our pick this past trade deadline. Hey, Tony, thanks for pulling up. Appreciate you. Me too. And that's exactly what I was saying the whole time. That I told everyone for months we weren't getting Murray. We weren't going to give up the pick and those players. Didn't make any sense. Just didn't make sense. Let's get this straight. Teams might suck and players might change, but it's never disappointing to be a Lakers fan ever. Last 50 years. This is true. Yeah, this is true, man. This is true. Let me bring up the graph here. Where that? There we go. Let me hit him with a. There's the graph right there. So yeah, 50 years, man. This is 50 years. Like I said, your mommies, your daddies, your grannies, you've all watched us win. Now it's your guys' turn, right? Like it's how it goes. When you look at that 50 years, look at that, man. Look at that. That's Wemby on the left looking out at these other basketball players. Look at that. That is a skyline in which we are the tower in over the last 50 years. All right. So when you talk about whose league this is, that's why I don't trip. That's why I don't trip, man. That's why I'm not over here tripping. This year sucks. Absolutely sucks. But I'm not tripping over here, man. Not tripping. Let's see. What's going on, Gilbert? Thanks for pulling on, my brother. Appreciate you being a member. Appreciate you showing up, man. Thanks for tuning in. Richard says, how does the over 38 rule affect Bron? It really doesn't, because he's already on the team and he's already got a deal in place, and he's going to do a 2-year deal, not longer than that. His money will still be there. He can't go out and do like a 4-year deal, 5-year deal. He can't do that, but he can do that 3-year on top of the one that he has right now. Like I said, that's different angles you can take on it. So for the deal that he's trying to sign, that's why I said, like, I really try to be the guy to help you guys understand these reports, because I feel people hear the reports and they just take the juicy part out of it, but they don't rarely hear the real message in it. And they said 3 years, and LeBron's already got one on the books. So like I said, he can opt into that and extend on top of that, or we can opt out of that and have lesser money for next year. And there are things that can be done. So we're going to have to wait and see which route they take, but there's multiple different angles that they can do for sure, man. Cuba says him and AD bring the city a chip, and some of these Laker fans saying it doesn't count. Oh, that's crazy. No, it absolutely counts. It's up there with every championship, man. That was a major championship. Man, I thoroughly enjoyed that championship, and I saw that was one of the toughest ones we've ever had to win. So anyone not respecting or enjoying that championship is tripping. Cheap does not equal to outplaying the luxury tax comparing to the rest of the leagues historically. Yeah, exactly. Oh, I hear you. Let's see. Yankees would be desperate enough to pay Ohtani $50 million at 42 years old. It's a damn shame halfway through the season and we still don't have an identity. That's bad coaching. Yeah, that I agree with you on. Lakers all day dope. What's going on, my guy? What's going on, bro? Kurt, what's going on, bro? What it do, Jeff? Search and chat. Guess you didn't have to get back to those nursing. Oh, bro. That almost killed me, bro. Oh my god, that line had me, yo. For those who were on DJ's channel tonight, man, that was when he said that. Oh my god, I laughed for a good 15 minutes. My dude was upset, and I don't celebrate that. That sucked. Um, but there was just something funny about that whole situation. It was already funny. And then it wasn't the two dudes involved in what was going on. They dropped that line. I don't even know who dropped it. That was just, oh my god, bro. That killed me, bro. That absolutely killed me. Vincent Robinson, what's going on, guy? Warriors got the 9th seed now. Yep, we have slipped to the 10th seed, and that's what I'm saying. These next 23 games are imperative that they win at least 13, 14 of them, man. At least they probably got to go like 15-8 to have any type of real shot at not being the 10th or 9th seed, man. This Lakers team be making me really mad. Yeah, they're very they will definitely test your patience thoroughly. I think Ham hating on Castleton, man. He gave Lewis and JHS so much more garbage time than Castleton. Castleton just wasn't ready for the NBA, in my opinion. Let's see. Mike Uscala is back on the market. Let's get him and trade him back for Subban. God, that deal, man. What are some reasons for poor chemistry? Poor chemistry. I'll tell you right now, the poor chemistry with the Lakers is the coaching situation, the playing favors. There's a rift between the role players and the stars. I can tell you this right now. I've said this all season. I've said this months ago before it started coming out recently. I told you guys that it's not just Darvin Ham that these players are frustrated with. If you guys know that, I said that on our episode of Around the League months ago. Look, the information that I become pertinent to, I don't always put out. I give you all hints from time to time, but I don't always put it out there. But I could just tell you that the Lakers team frustration with the players is not just around Darvin Ham. As a matter of fact, not all players are upset with Darvin Ham. I'm just trying to tell you that. I've been telling you that all season. People don't want to listen. That's fine. But not all players have an issue with Darvin Ham. Some do. He never lost the entire locker room. This, I know. He did not lose the entire locker room. But he lost players in the locker room, and that's not good. But at the end of the day, it's not just Darvin Ham that some of these players are kind of fed up with. And when you have situations like that, you've got agendas, you've got cliques, you've got kind of, you got some teammates just using other teammates as just pieces, you know what I mean? Or just pieces to help them get something done versus true teammates. And then you got one who's out there just putting in the work, but isn't really as vocal, who's probably best suited because he's the best player on the team, but isn't quite the leader to do it in Anthony Davis. Because if Anthony Davis had the leadership skills, this team would be in a much better place because he's a very good teammate. But you got some issues between players and players. You've got some issues with the coaching staff, right? So all those things lead to bad chemistry. And then you got injuries. So you got guys in and out of the lineup, frustrated with their roles because they're in and out, frustrated with their performance because they're in and out, frustrated with lineups that they're in because they're in and out. There's a lot of things that go into messing with the team's chemistry. And when you got guys away from the team or you got guys out, guys not playing, it affects communication. There's all kind of things that lead to it, man. Pick your poison at that point, man. Hey, thank you, Serge. I'm proud of you too. Appreciate you, man. Oh man, yeah. Where's JSJ? I ain't seen JSJ for a while, man. Hey, we may have to. There he goes. I see him there. And so we may have to put out the bat signal for him, man. Let's see. This team is so up and down. Facts. There's JSJ, man. He said, "Hey, I heard my name. Let me guess. Stealth modding, right? Lakers do need a center. What's up, Vincent? Absolutely. Let's see. Warriors have an easy schedule, while the Lakers have the toughest schedule. FML. It's all right, man. If we got it, we had a tough one last year too. We still did it. Yes, they did. Let's see. What do you think of Anthony Irwin saying he heard Ham is playing Prince because he thinks he's our Chris Middleton? I'm not going to speak on. I'm going to phrase this. I'm not going to speak on other content creators' takes. I don't always agree with all of them, and some of the information that I'm hearing is different. Not saying him. I'm just saying sometimes I have different intel than what they have. And it doesn't mean either one of us are wrong. We're only as good as the information we get. But I can't I can't speak to that. I don't have any intel on it. I know Anthony. I've listened to Anthony for a long time, back on since his Locked On Lakers days when he first got started on that. I love his work, but I can't speak on that. So I don't want to I can't confirm it. Obviously, I can't deny it. As far as what I think of it, if it's true, I think that's wild. I think that is crazy, and I think it's insane. But Anthony does great work, man. So shout out to the Lakers Lounge over there. But like I said, I haven't heard that, but it doesn't mean that it's not true just because I haven't heard it, right? So, but that's insane if that is true, man. Prince also has a connection with Ham back in Atlanta. Yes, he does. Jeff, you want my homie Max in the starting line? Wow, Max. Well, I'm just telling you the reason why I wanted Max in the starting lineup is because our best lineup of the year, net rating wise, is D'Lo and Max in the backcourt because we have a better defender back there. That's been our best lineup all season. Is a lineup with D'Lo and Max in the starting lineup. That's been or just on the floor, period. Not in the starting lineup, but just on the floor, period. That's been our best lineup. So I wouldn't mind seeing that. I've always been a guy that didn't mind Austin off the bench because he can get buckets. It's not about demoting him or punishing him. I just think our team sometimes can be better with him off the bench. He probably doesn't agree with that. I don't know. I also don't believe that you have to start your 5 best players because a bench is important. And our lineup with D'Lo and Max Christie in the lineup is always better than our lineup of D'Lo and Reeves in the lineup. That's just the way it is. That's why I say that. And Max Christie, I'm not saying is better than Austin Reeves. I'm just saying we start games better when that lineup is out there. Wish we could sign Dwight because Ham will play him a lot since he played with him in Atlanta. Man, yeah, Dwight's not happening, y'all. Dwight is not happening. I think being on Team USA gave Reeves a boosted ego. He's lost that dog in him this year. I think Reeves is the same player. I just think he just came into this season worn out and tired because of Team USA. And I think some teams are just flat out hating on him and targeting him because they don't like the credit or the attention he's getting. And then guys are a little jealous of Austin Reeves, to be honest with you, and they kind of want to punish him because of it. Ozzy says, why do the Lakers keep having these starts to the seasons? At some point, LeBron and AD have to have some blame. No, they deserve to have the blame now, and they should have kept the blame, man. Not gonna lie, Jeff, Lakers looking like the Chargers last year. All this talent with a terrible coach. Now I'm thinking who's gonna be Jim Harbaugh in the NBA. If you guys know, man, I've been saying this for a while that I feel like the era of the great head coach is gone. I don't know. There's no one out there the Lakers are going to go get that's going to save them. The Lakers would have to really, really heavily overpay to go get a good head coach who's somewhere else and pry them out of there because the free agent market for coaches, there's just nothing out there. There's nothing out there. There's no needle mover. There's nothing out there. So we'll be right back where we are right now, but paying Darvin Ham to do nothing. Hope Braun signs a team-friendly deal. If he signs a max, then he needs to adjust expectations right off in the sunset. Yeah, that's fair. Darvin Ham take too long to call a timeout. I know those narratives. Might as well look forward to the summer. Let's see. We're taking each other. That's good. King Last says it's over. What's up, King Last? Thanks for pulling it up, man. I appreciate you, man. Let's see. Cuba Braun has a lot of drama, bro. Yeah, he does. That's for sure. Last year was the last 22 games. This year it's the last 23 games. Difference last year is Randall was not injured and D'Lo played most of the 22 games. D'Lo was not good in the play-in, of course. Yeah, that's a fact. Stop talking about Braun fans. You a Braun fan? You don't want me to talk about you? Okay. Let's talk about Braun fans. So Braun fans, like this guy here, right? Probably is unrealistic, not open to constructive criticism. Got the Braun thong on, and that's cool. That's cool. But I gave plenty of praise to LeBron James. Plenty. And I'll continue to. But this is my channel, sir. We give no F's what you think or direct over here. So if you don't like it, search. You know what to do, right? That's all it is. Have a good night. I mean, everyone has an opinion, bro. Like, it is what it is. It is what it is, man. He said, I'm scared too. I hear you, though. That's true too. That's true too. But if someone's trying to ruin my life over a comment of LeBron James, then those people got a lot bigger problems that I need to worry about. Good luck to you too. Yeah, good luck to you too, right? Lakers need to get back in the ninth seed. What's up, Travis? Thanks for pulling up, man. Appreciate you. It was wilding, man. Let's see. Man. These Braun dudes, man. They be man. Dudes can't have opinions, can't talk about players at all. Like people act like they talking about a family member if you say something about Braun. And chat, tell me, you heard me say multiple great things about LeBron James, right? Multiple things about LeBron James. But it's like dudes only hear if you say something negative. They're so protective of their king. So protective of their king. We love LeBron James, man. I'm happy he's here. I said I want him to stay. I'm happy he's here. But the man ain't perfect. Let it go. Stop. Go hug your Braun pillow at night. Leave us alone. God. Is it crazy, man? God. Super bummed about Gabe and Vandal update. We really needed their defense. Yeah, I mean, like I told you guys kind of a while ago that was kind of going to be the update. And like I said, when the update is, we'll update you. That's not a good update, man, because it's just not good, man. Let's see. That's why I believe Tatum will be a Laker if Boston loses in the finals and if Braun leaves or something. I mean, who knows what the future holds, man? Who knows what the future holds? Oh man, that bro, I was dying over there, bro. I was dying over there. That low key made my night. And when was it Lakers all day dope through there too? He said, man, these two old dudes go back and forth. It was comedy, man. Like I said, I wasn't happy when dude got all upset like that, but it was funny for sure. It was definitely funny, man. Let's see. It was great, bro. That was great. They say Dante got emancipated. Oh, that was gold, man. Oh man. I was dying, man. Are you talking about LBJ? Bro, man, this is crazy, bro. There goes our season if we don't have chemistry. Yep. Am I talking about LBJ? You talk about the chemistry? I mean, I leave it to you guys to read between the lines, man. Read between the lines, man. I give you guys enough hints, man, without me saying the actual thing. Guys, I sent my goons after Hamby, but they made a mistake and got Cam. Wow. Oh man. Let's see. Yeah, we do need another wing for sure. Last year it was last 22 games. This year it's the last 23. Okay, I think I touched on that one already. Katie always targets Reeves. Katie hating on Reeves for reals. The Suns game, you can see it. Yeah, people don't like the coverage that he gets. Like they legitimately get upset. It's crazy. Like, let the kid shine. This is a dude you root for. Like, undrafted guy, makes it in the league. This is a success story. Like, come on, man. Yeah, I mean, it's that's possible, Nicholas. It's possible. Jeff, can we get another star next season without losing our core? If Genie decides to overspend the season, well, without losing a core, no, you're gonna have to give up a core to get a star. A star, not as even a superstar, but just as all-star level player is gonna be making in the high 30s, $40 million range. So that's an Austin, a D'Lo and a Rui, like probably like a picks, like so. There's gonna be a core that goes, a portion of the core, yes. So you're not gonna be able to get a star this offseason without breaking up part of that core. Do you think the Lakers can make it to the 8th seed? Seems realistically, at least we have to win one game to make it. I think they could make it to the 8th seed. I do. I mean, I'm telling you, they're 3 games back, I think, of 7. Like it's possible, but they got to get their ish together for sure. There we go. Like, subscribe. Let's check it out here. Since we're over here getting threatened on the channel tonight, saying like, dude's going to end lives and stuff. Let's see what's going on here. Let's see about the people who are actually showing support here. Okay, so we got 44 people in the building. 37 people got dropped a like on the video. So drop a like on the video if you haven't done so already. And subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. And turn on post notifications to get notified when we go live days such as tonight, man. Yeah, bro. This is crazy, bro. Like, can't have opinions out here, man. It's nuts. I'm still tripping on it, bro. Like, you can't say nothing without dudes losing their damn mind, bro. They just like I dealt with 20 years of people bashing Kobe, talking crazy, running their mouths. And a lot of these same dudes are acting like they love Kobe. That's even the most twisted part about it. And so it's like you can't speak on Braun around some of these Braun dudes, man. They literally like want to attack you physically. It's nuts. It's nuts. It's just like crazy, bro. Let's see. I've been a Braun fan since he debuted. Was a Sonics fan till they sold. Followed his career, but wasn't a fan of the team he played for till the Lakers. Love the Lakers community and content creation. Hey, thank you. Appreciate you, Nicholas. Yeah, I mean, I don't hate Braun, and I apologize if I come off that way because I don't. I'm just openly objective. I feel like I've praised LeBron James as much as I have criticized him. I would say I've been a little bit more heavy critical in stretches this season because of the narratives and the things he's done off the court and him trying to control everything and floating this stuff out there. And I just don't like the pressure it puts on our team. So I speak on that. But again, I'll say it again. I love LeBron James. I want him on the Lakers. I'm happy he came to the Lakers, and I hope he stays. I don't know how much more clear I can make it while having people come into the chat trying to threaten people. I don't understand it. That's crazy. Just said what he said. What y'all gonna do? Go cry in the car? Like, dudes, nah, I just don't understand dudes, man. I'm a Braun fan, but not to this level. Braun isn't perfect, but he doesn't take away from his greatness. No, his greatness is greatness. There's no way no one can sit here and argue his greatness. I have no thing I could say about LeBron James' greatness, but LeBron James' extraness I could talk about. I'm gonna talk about. Let's see. So far, you have been fair and balanced. You have some people you can't satisfy. Thank you. I appreciate that because that's my goal. I try to be fair. When Braun does great, I praise the hell out of him, man. And even when he annoys me, I still praise him. Like I said, his greatness. But it's just crazy for another grown man to hop on the internet and try to low key like threaten another grown man for having an opinion about an athlete, a respectful opinion about an athlete. That's disturbing, bro. That is disturbing. Oh man. Especially when dudes don't even know who they talking to. You know what I mean? Dudes act like they hide behind a keyboard and like dudes didn't grow up in that life or something. You know what I mean? It's just crazy, bro. Like, agreed. Been such a disappointment with this passive aggressiveness and player undercutting such poor leadership. That's just the part I don't like. I just don't like it. I've seen so many times where he gets frustrated, puts his hands on his hips, throws his hands in the air, like just rubs it in his teammate's face when things go wrong for him. I just don't like that. I don't like it when anyone does that. I think he could be better. I think he could do better at that. I think he should lead by example. Having said that, I also think that this team makes him do too much at times. So I get why he gets frustrated. But that's for the locker room. That's not for the whole world to see. It's not for you to do it so your minions go and attack these people for you. I think that sucks. You get what I mean? I just think that sucks. Doesn't take away from his greatness. I just think that sucks. Crenshaw says, bro, what actual free agents do we have next year? Nobody we can really get, huh? What's up, Crenshaw? This is a pretty weak free agent class, pretty weak draft. So this offseason is going to be about trades. Because the free agency is kind of and the draft is kind of at least expected to be. So this summer, I have a feeling is going to be the summer where we're going to look at a lot of trades popping in, man. Let's see. Some LeBron fans need to emancipate it from LeBron. It's crazy, bro, man. Vincent, what's going on, my guy? Good players become average once they join the Lakers, man. DJ, what's going on, my guy? 60 Cent, man. Thanks for pulling up. Appreciate you jumping into the chat here, man. Pausing his workout, Mr. 60 Cent over here. Jumping into the salute, y'all, in the chat, man. Appreciate you pulling up. Go make sure to go to subscribe to Lakers in 5 if you have not done so already. Yo, DJ, I messaged you during that stream, bro. I was dying, bro. I was dying. I'll hit you up later, man. My God. We may have to, oh my God. That nursing home comment just took me out the game for like 15 minutes, bro. I was dead, bro. That was up there, bro. That was up there. Facts, people hate different opinions. Some get in their feelings. Tell Dan the Laker it's okay to disregard that. Yeah, like Dan is always giving me advice, and I was like, don't even entertain them. Like I don't. I typically don't. I really don't care. Like I said, my thing is I don't even enjoy like blocking or removing people or doing anything like that. When people try to start throw a little innuendos like I'm gonna catch you or I'll see you type thing, then it's like these dudes like I just don't have time for that. You know what I mean? I got a show to do. I got content to create. I'm not over here. I'm not wearing never mind. Let me just leave that alone. Because like I said, to me, it's always about the content. I'm always been a Laker fan since 1980. Whoever plays for them, aside from Magic and Kareem. Yeah, just to me, it's like I said, it's Lake Show, man. That's what it is. I'm rooting for LeBron James. He's on the Lakers. You know what I mean? I want him to succeed because I want my team to succeed, bro. That his antics at times are smithing. That's what I'm saying, dog. That's all it is. That's why. So I troll. I talk my Braun trash. I'm playing, man. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it's like He does do too much sometimes, but his greatness is absolutely appreciated. I'm one of the guys who said I already feel that his jersey should go up, and people bash me for that. So I get bashed for defending Braun. He got us a chip in the Kobe year. He saved the Lakers from a stretch of post Kobe where we were in the toilet. He got AD here. Like, he did a lot of things that he should be praised for, which is why I think, and he should get a jersey in the rafters. He will. And people have attacked me for that, but then I get attacked for defending him, and then I get attacked for criticizing him. You can't win. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm not trying to win. I'm just trying to be me. You know what I'm saying? And I feel as long as I'm me, I'm going to win in life because I'm happy. I'm going to be me. You know what I mean? And I think, and far too often, people try to be something else to make them be viewed or liked or respected or paid attention to by others. And my philosophy has always been, I'd rather be hated for being real than loved for being fake. I want to be loved for being me. I want people to like me for me. And if they don't like me, it's nothing personal. I'm just not for them. Just not for them. And that's okay. Totally fine. I don't need to be liked by everyone. And the people that have to be liked and have to be right, stay away from those people. Stay away from those people. Because if they have to be liked and have to be right, those are two dangerous combinations. Get away from them. Trust me. DJ's got one of the best. It's just that panel was wild today. It was comedy, bro. Jeff, you got to let DJ in around the league. Oh, so there's no gatekeeping. I would love to get DJ in there, man. Just got to line up DJ schedule. Like I've told DJ to come on my channel, man. DJ's channel is DJ schedule is fine. You know, he's a father. He's got his channel. He works nights. This stuff. But DJ is welcome wherever I'm at. You know what I mean? He just got to let me know when he's available. But outside of that, DJ is always a welcome. There's no way, shape, or form of gatekeep on DJ ever. LBJ cries when things don't go his way. He cries as fouls calls. Some players on the team don't like LBJ, think it's not a leader. Bro is a damn drama queen. Okay. I mean, Braun has his antics and he does things. I don't like it when the star player shows up his teammates. I don't like that. I don't care who it is. I think that's bad leadership. That's just my take. That's just my take. Darren says, don't talk about him then. Don't talk about who? Don't talk about who? I don't know what you're talking about. Let's see. As a Laker fan, I respect Braun. Same way I respect Kobe because they both played for the Lakers. Yeah, facts. Let's see. What there's laughing there. Braun likely a product of his environment, coming straight from high school and being crowned the next great thing. Maybe that contributed to his stunted maturity growth. I don't know. I mean, I'm not trying to break down his mental. I'm just, it's just, what happens on a basketball court sometimes. It just goes too far sometimes, man. Let's see. Jeff, I'm with you on LeBron. I feel how you feel about him. Like I said, I don't hate LeBron. I love LeBron, man. I really do. I feel like I have to repeat this all the time as people come in and out of the chat. I praise LeBron constantly, but I do speak on things I don't like that he does, and that's just all it is. I think he's one of the greatest basketball players I've ever seen play. His greatness is unquestioned. His contribution to the game is unquestioned. His ability to be a role model and stay out of trouble. Everything I've ever seen or heard about him is a great family man, a great father, great businessman. Philanthropy, the stuff he does with his school. I can go on forever about the greatness of LeBron James. Everyone does because there's so much greatness. But for this season and some of the things that are affecting this team, I think he's responsible for some of that. And that's a fact. And that doesn't mean that it lessens his greatness any. And I'm not coming for him. And like I said, I still want him here. I hope he stays a Laker. But some people are only going to get the part that they want to hear, man. Let's see. Jeff, did you see Adam Silver want to bring back defense? He wants to potentially bring back hand checking, 8 fouls instead of 6, and abolish the 3 defensive seconds in the key. Yeah, they got to do something because it's trending. It's becoming further and further away from the game we know. And not just that, it's inflating stats to make players seem better than they are. So at some point, you got to correct. The market always corrects itself, guys. The market always corrects itself. And that's what the NBA is doing right now. They're just correcting its market. The housing can boom. Auto sales can boom. A lot of things can boom. But eventually, the market will correct itself. And that's what the NBA needs to do, is do a market correction. Cruncher says, oh, okay. Yeah, I figured it would be the season of the trade. I want to have faith with our squad, but the lack of effort, coaching, and injuries makes me think we don't have a chance. It's going to be tough this season for sure. Eddie, what's going on, man? He says, how you go to someone's channel and tell them not to talk about something? Yeah, he came out like he knocked on the door, like he could like so yo. Like, heard you talk about Braun, man. Like I ain't trying to roll up. Like, I mean, it's cool, man. Like I said, it's cool from a perspective of like you're entitled to have your opinion too. I've never not welcomed someone challenging a take of mine or a conversation of mine. I'm not one of those guys that be like, if you disagree with me, I'm gonna block you. Like I'm not a narcissist. You know what I mean? I'm perfectly fine with someone disagreeing with me, someone not liking a take, someone having an issue with something I said and wanting to have dialogue or discussion about it. I'm cool with that. Like I feel like I'm one of the easiest dudes to have that conversation with on this platform. Like a lot of dudes don't want their opinions questioned. Like a lot of them don't. And me, I'm not one of those guys. I'm open for dialogue. You know what I mean? It's just how I see the game. That's one of the things that built a pretty good like if you know what's funny is like some of the most fiery, I don't want to say controversial, but some of the ones who get into it with the most people on YouTube, I'm cool with all of them because at the end of the day, like I treat them with respect, and even if they disagree with me. Like if you think of like the young Africas, Reggie from the locker room, the dudes who go out everyone, Elder, like the dudes who battle everyone, and some dudes can't talk with them because they have to be right, and some dudes just don't want it. But all those dudes, and some of them don't even like each other, but I get along with all of them. You know what I mean? Because I don't have to be right. Um, I don't have I don't have to be to win every argument. I'm not in a debate. I'm just talking basketball. This isn't personal to me. This is just me for the love of the game. But all these guys who are very great at what they do have a great passion for the game and go in these debates, and they're very passionate. So, like I said, whether it be the Elders, the Lamonts, the Young Africas, the Reggies, like all of these dudes, I'm super cool with. You know what I mean? I got no problem with them. I got no beef. I don't pick sides in any of this stuff. I don't pick sides in sports takes. You know what I mean? Like it's just at the end of the day, it's just like I rock with who I rock with. And to me, it's about the content. It's about quality content, quality conversation. And all I've ever asked when any of those guys come to my platform is just don't blow up the spot, right? Don't turn this into a bunch of over talking and damage the product. That's all I care about. You guys can get all the space, all the freedom to talk, and let's just keep it that way. And because I feel that's a better show. That's just me. That doesn't mean other people doesn't think their show is better when there's a lot of crosstalk and there's a lot of tension. Some people want that for their show, and that's perfectly fine. Mine is a little different. You know what I mean? It's just a little different. That's all. It's just everyone has a preference. So at the end of the day, yeah, no one can go to someone else's channel or platform and tell them what or how to do or try to threaten them because they're talking about their favorite player. That's just wild. You know what I mean? But it is. It's all part of the game. Like like I said, I'm YouTube since August. Fairly started getting, kind of taken off, about a month or two after that, right? But on Twitter, like I've had forever people coming in and get wild over them. And it's why I really don't look at timelines. I really don't look at a lot of timelines. I really don't look at the same narratives that a lot of people look at. I tune out a lot of the noise and block out all of the junk that's out there poisoning people's minds and creating these narratives, and which takes people's ability, a way of looking at the game and creating their own opinion. The art of people creating their own opinion and just kind of just repackaging and rebranding other opinions and re-representing it as their own is wild out here, right? So I'm always going to be the guy that has his own opinion, a fresh take, because I actually watch the games, break down the games, and can break down the games and can see a game within a game. For those of you guys who watch me on playback, you see me call these plays before they happen. You guys know, I know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? A lot of these guys get on here and they're very good at having a YouTube channel, but they can't necessarily break down the game, and they run with narratives, which is cool. But then you got guys who just really, really can break down the game and are incredible. And I can learn from both sides. You know what I mean? That's what I love about it, is even the areas that aren't necessarily my niche, I can still learn from other people. And that's no shade. I'm giving credit because I can learn from that still, because viewers still like that stuff, right? So trying to learn from it and apply it to my style. But when dudes come up here, pull up and get crazy, they can step. That's just nuts. To be hated by one, you have to be loved by millions. We love him by Jeff TV. Hey, thank you, Dante. Appreciate you, man. Erasing the defense 3 second is the only rule change I like. I wish hand checking was back, man. I like hand checking. 8 fouls. I mean, I think if you just stop letting offensive guards be babied. I don't think you have to go to 8 fouls. But yeah, that'd be crazy, man. It was a joke because you said you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. Yeah. I mean, I'm just really not. I'm really not damned because I'm gonna be me regardless. Like I said, I'm not out here trying to sell myself to anyone. Or I'm not out here trying to force people to like me. Again, I don't have to be liked and I don't have to be right. I'm cool just being me. I'm flat out cool. I got plenty of people that love me. I'm not tripping on, you know what I mean? I'm good. This might not come true, but do you think the NBA will have 3 technical fouls instead of 2 to become ejected since it's easy to get tech these days? No, or maybe they just start reviewing techs. Like, I think that's probably the best way to do it. If a guy gets a tech, go over it and see, or just like, the league starts finding refs for having a quick whistle, or booting a guy out, especially a star player. I think the players union needs to be more aggressive in fighting these things. Any chance Lakers have interest in Mike Muscala? No, the Lakers are not getting another person. The roster's set. Jeff, what is your suggestion on fixing the ref problems? My suggestion is the NBA should incorporate the use of technology, particularly sensors. I believe some sport uses sensors already. You know what's crazy? I talked about covering the Dodgers, right? And I talked about how I'm going to be covering some minor league games too. I went to some minor league games last year for the Oklahoma City Dodgers. And during the weekdays, they have the electronic umpires. Now, there's umpires at the plate and there's umpire on the bases. The umpire at the plate just says what the computer tells them is ball or strike in his ear. He's not calling balls or strike. Now, they call balls and strikes on the weekends, but not the weekdays. So they're working that in baseball. So I think there's maybe something down the lines that can work from that. But then the problem is you have to adjust that to get it right, because then there's going to be so many fouls called, right? So you're going to they have to fine tune that. I think the way is just making it seem to the referees how the league wants the games called, and then try to force some consistency there and punish the guys who just blatantly botch things. And that's just how it's got to go, man. It was a match made in heaven when he joined the Lakers, and even when he retires or leaves, I'll still remain the Lakers fan. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying, man. Like Laker fans do not hate LeBron James. Well, I can't speak for all of them. I can speak, like I say, I know a lot of Laker fans. Look, I've been to several games this year, man. But like I said, I run a YouTube channel, man. I'm online. Like, I'm the CBA dude. You know how many people reach out to me on a daily basis to ask me about stuff? Like, there's so many people that love LeBron James. But there's just always going to be people that don't like someone for some particular reason. That just is what it is, man. Just say you keep talking about Braun, man. Braun, man, voice for Martin. Yeah, it's exactly who I channeled in my head too. That's the funniest part. Whenever you have a platform, expect to agree to disagree. Jeff keeps it real. Hey, thank you. I appreciate you. That's what I'm trying to do, man. I don't come from a place of an agenda, because I've had to check myself at times where I think of something I don't particularly like. I can separate a person from the game. You know what I mean? And so it's like, I'm not a guy who typically dislikes or hates anybody. It's just not how I operate. There are certain players I don't care for their game or their style. It's just not my preference, but I can still break down their game, and I can probably find something in their game to give them credit for. So I don't hate on anybody. I feel like of all the time you guys have watched me, I feel like I could come off that way, that you guys know I don't hate on anybody. I feel like people like trust me from that standpoint. But if someone just tuned in, I can understand. If someone just found my channel in the last couple of days, I've been talking about Braun, I can understand why they may think I'm a Braun hater. I can understand why they may think I'm bashing Braun. But they're new to the channel. They haven't heard all the times I've praised him, or they didn't hear me earlier in the same show where I praised him. So if they're making an opinion off of a few seconds of being part of a show, or maybe they saw a short or something that popped up online and they came to the channel because they were worked up and they got gassed up over it. Maybe, who knows? At the end of the day, it's not that serious to me. Haven't got to go low-key Palinka as well. What's going on, Eddie? Man, Palinka, I think it's unfair to blame him. Katie, what's going on, my guy? Thanks for pulling up. Appreciate you, bro. Patrick says, Braun has flaws and has strengths, same as Kobe. Kobe ended up being loved. I hope Braun gets the same love from Laker fans. I'm telling you, there are a lot of Laker fans that love LeBron. I'm tired of this Braun era of the Lakers. He is older and can't play the 3, which forces AD to play the 5 instead of the 4. He's also so ball dominant. I feel like we don't play free with him on the floor. He has gotten a little better, Crenshaw, going off ball, by picking his spots. So I think he has done a little better, which unlocked the D-Lo a little bit. But yeah, he cannot play the 3 anymore. But that can't happen. He definitely can't play the 3 anymore. Maybe I'm tripping. I don't know. But no. Braun can't play the 3. He shouldn't play the 3. But my thing on AD at the 5 thing is a legit thing. AD is a 5, and AD has been a 5 since 2015. it's just, again, narratives are very powerful. But if you look at where he spends most of his time on a basketball court since 2015, when he was on the Pelicans, even, he's a 5. No blood, no foul. Jeff, fave road trip gas station snack. Oh, beef jerky, man. I love beef jerky. Beef jerky and any type of sour candy. That's my go-to. Everyone, please like, subscribe, whether you're a Brown fan or from Afghanistan. I've been an NBA fan for 25 years. Today, league is horrible basketball. Where do I start? Yeah, it's really tough to get into these games now. That's a fact. It's really tough when you're watching these games and you're looking at them and you're like, okay, like, what is this league that I'm watching? And sometimes it is really hard to recognize what you're watching. And, there's a lot of things to blame on that, right? Now it's easy to blame an individual player, but I think it's like a coordinated effort. The commissioner, the players. I'm gonna catch heat for this. LeBron for bringing kind of like what they call quote unquote the friendly era, right? Steph Curry for shooting all those threes. Organizations for going with all these player friendly coaches as opposed to actual like NBA X's and O or borderline disciplinarians. GMs who are former agents. There's a lot of things. Clickbait driven media. There is a lot of things that lead to this. And that's just is what it is. It's not just one thing or another. There is a lot of things that lead to this. And unfortunately, they've got to get a hold of it and soon. So hopefully they do it soon, man. What flavor? Beef jerky? Typically like the spicy ones. Like give me one of the spicy beef jerkies. That's what I roll with. Teriyaki jerky is the way to go. I'm tired of channels hating on teriyaki jerky. I like teriyaki jerky, but I like the spicy jerky too. There really isn't much jerky I don't like, but give me the spicy jerky for sure. Yeah, I feel you, bro. Just feels Braun hinders us more than helps us at times. There can be times when he's trying to make a point or he's not letting guys play in their roles, then yeah. But other than that, I think he stepped back a little bit on letting them handle the ball, man. It's hard to see bigs not being utilized to the fullest. Yeah, it's tough. Bigs not being utilized, too much shooting, defensive guys not being able to be taken serious or credited. The mid-range game. There's a lot of things that I miss about the old NBA. Moved it after the finals already, like the Pro Bowl. Sweet and hot is the way to go. Facts, man. Facts. But on that note, guys, I'm going to go ahead and shut it down, man. It's my second stream of the day, man. Knocked out an hour and a half on this one. So shout out to everyone for pulling up. Even the guy who tried to threaten me. Shout out to you for pulling up, man. Hope y'all had a good night, man. Dodgers got the win. Shohei Ohtani went yard, man. Lakers have the off day. Lakers play tomorrow against the Clippers. I really think they have a chance of getting this win. Catch me over on playback.tv/EmpireJeffTV tomorrow night to watch. Go ahead and hit that Fanatics link if you're going to place an order for Fanatics anytime soon. Your order experience will not change. Just Fanatics will hook up the channel with a percentage to help the channel grow. So if you do order for Fanatics, please use our link. It will help the channel grow. So greatly appreciate you guys. Love you guys, man. I think I got a notification. DTLF is about to go live right now, man. So go on ahead on over there for late night with DTLF. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. You guys can be anywhere in the world. But you're here with me. I got you. Maybe slash you're soda or both, man. You know what I mean? You guys could be anywhere, but you're here with me. I appreciate y'all. So go ahead and enjoy the rest of your guys' Tuesday night here, man. Laker game tomorrow, man. Appreciate you, Don. A Laker game tomorrow. Let's get this win. Appreciate you, man. Love you being here. Appreciate y'all. Y'all stay safe. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Thank you to Serge. Thank you to JSJ. Thank you to Kurt. Appreciate you guys. And y'all stay safe. Talk to you guys tomorrow. Have a good one.